You guys have been waiting. We are finally here. You guys kept asking, hey, when are y'all having the next podcast? And we're here now. So let's chat with RJ. I'm Joni.
I'm RJ.
And we just gonna have a conversation on tonight. But tonight's title is about
Not selling. So tonight's title is Don't Sell.
don't settle. Okay. So we do have a prize at the end of the podcast, so stay tuned. Anyways, so how was your day?
My day was great. How about yours?
I had a fantastic day today. I don't have any complaints about anything.
That's what's up.
Yes, I'm excited. You excited about the podcast?
I'm very excited.
Why are you excited?
Just have to get the opportunity to do it again. You know what I mean?
It's a blessing.
It was definitely a blessing. So traveled in today. Traffic wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
All that good stuff. So
that's what's up.
it was great. Get to see my family and my friends, all that good kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So
It's always exciting.
it is. It
It's
is.
always exciting. So we're just gonna get right to it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So we have some notes here about not settling. So are you gonna start us off on your questions?
So, well, first I'll start off, and one thing I had to kind of dive off into was the difference between compromising and selling. So, obviously, compromising, everybody have their own perspective. So, ultimately, when with compromising, you want to try to reach a mutual goal, in essence. But selling, you're giving up something and not getting anything in return. So, if you had to give me an example, Miss J, when you possibly may have been in a situation where you found yourself selling, could you do so?
Yes, I can definitely give you an answer to that. So I found myself settling, getting comfortable with the last relationship I was in. I was settling for the abuse, meaning the verbal abuse. I settled with that. I took it. I just was like, okay, this how things is supposed to be. So I just hung in there and just settled for that behavior.
So what made you settle for that behavior?
My children. My children is what made me settle. I didn't want them to have a broken home. So I settled for the verbal abuse.
Okay, so you didn't want your kids to have a broken home, so you settled for the verbal abuse.
Yes.
So ultimately, what happened?
So ultimately what happened is we ended up divorcing because I got to the point where I just could not settle for that behavior or that talk down to me. I couldn't settle for that. So I had to move on.
So ultimately, what you was trying to prevent from taking place actually took place.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then at that point, how did everything pan out?
So at that point, everything planned out fantastic because I would not be the person that I am now.
Okay.
Meaning, because I know you about to ask me
Meaning, tell you what it means.
Meaning that at that state of my life, I thought I had to settle. I thought that's how things were. When you're in a marriage, those are things that you do. You compromise. You take that like a grain of salt. You just take it. You know what I'm saying? And just go with it. That's what I mean by that.
Okay. So you settled, you stayed for the kids. Ultimately, what you didn't want to happen actually happened. So
Yeah.
how much ownership do you take on as far as you selling to remain in that situation?
How much ownership?
Yes.
I mean, I take full ownership because I didn't have to deal with it.
Okay.
But I didn't know that at first. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a way of being so young and not knowing, just having lack of knowledge on how things are supposed to go, how things are supposed to operate, and I settled for the wrong things.
Okay. Yeah, so typically I see a lot of people when we're talking about selling, they always point the finger in the other direction and blame everything on the other person. So one thing that I had to understand and realize that it all starts with self. Obviously in relationships you have, different type of circumstances, situations. Some people, may be abusive, whether it's physical, whether it's verbal. Some people don't want to leave because of the kids. Some people don't want to leave because they have so much invested. So a lot of times we start to self-sabotage. And in that, we just stay there and we settle. We settle for whatever the other person is giving us. And in return, we're not getting anything. So I've definitely settled because I had a misunderstanding of exactly what love was, how to give love, and how to receive it in return. So a lot of times I played the victim, and I decided to make everything that was going on in the relationship, I made it seem like everything was the other person's fault. So that's kind of how I settled.
So what you're saying is you take full ownership of that.
I do. It was a comfort zone for me, so I stayed in an area of comfort, what I found to be familiar.
So would you say that you are healed from that, or you are still in that?
I'm still going through a healing process. I feel like I'm at peace with it, but I do realize that there are still a few more things that I need to become more self-aware of, because, like I say, I'm at peace with it. So I wouldn't say that I'm completely healed, but I am at the state where I feel like going into the next relationship, I'll be better prepared and better equipped.
Wow, that's great, Art. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Anyways, okay, so let me pull up my notes. Y'all got some notes for R tonight. People always say, Joni, you need to ask R a few more questions. So I got some questions for RJ tonight.
Okay. Do you really?
About settling.
All right, what you got?
Let me pull up my notes. Okay, number one. Well, one of the viewers wanted to know is, okay, so let's just say someone you just really adore and care for. Like you really feeling this chick, you really feeling this girl. Y'all vibing, y'all got this thing going on. But somehow you self-sabotage the relationship because it's too good to be true. Would you say you're a person that self-sabotage something?
I have self-sabotage.
Let's get into that.
Several different relationships.
Several.
And again, like you say, sometimes when you get past the honeymoon phase and you start to get that feeling this is too good to be true, unbeknownst to yourself a lot of times, and I'll say me, unbeknownst to myself, I started looking for signs to say, okay, well, there has to be something that's not right. So it could be any little thing. If something didn't necessarily go my typical way, I'll start feeling like I was insignificant. And then once I started feeling like I was insignificant, I started self-sabotaging and started playing the victim, started being passive aggressive, not communicating properly to express my feelings. I wasn't being vulnerable, things of that nature. So negative self-talk, like just not feeling like I was good enough sometimes. Because like I say, sometimes when things just too good to be true, you nitpick every little thing, and then exactly what you're trying to prevent in a relationship, that's actually what ultimately ends up happening, because you've gotten to the point to where you've nitpicked so much, or you try to find every little flaw in that person instead of accepting them for who they are. Then eventually, you know, those things start to come to fruition.
So have you grown from that?
I've definitely grown from it,
Yeah, you
without a
think
doubt.
so? Okay.
Without a doubt.
So when God send that bride to you, don't be talking about, Jay, I don't think I can do this. Like self-sabotage it.
But when he send that bride to me, I'm sure it's gonna be my time. I'm gonna be ready for the challenge.
Okay.
But you know,
You ready for the challenge?
I'm ready for the challenge. I mean, but again,
The one that God sent, right?
it definitely has to be the one that God sent.
Okay, I like that.
Without a doubt.
Definitely the one God sent. So if she say, how do you feel about having kids
How do I feel about having kids
with her?
with her?
Are you gonna run and self-sabotage, or are you gonna, what are you gonna do?
That's something we'll have to sit and try to come to a compromise about. 'Cause,
Okay.
I'm at a stage in my life now where I don't want to currently have any more kids.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
definitely a conversation to where we'll have to come to a compromise versus settling. I don't want to settle and just give that individual a kid if that's something that I'm not particularly wanting to do or ready for. And I don't want them to settle for me telling them, no, let's not have a kid if that's not something that they actually, you know, want to deal with for the long haul.
So would you think, you knowing that, okay, I don't want to have no more children, so do you still think that's God sent? Knowing that God knows that you don't want to have any more children?
If it's God sent, we will be able to come to a compromise on the direction that we want to go with that.
Okay.
So I don't think necessarily because that's something that I want to do. That's something that I don't want to do currently. And then if I meet somebody that's something that they're interested in, I don't want to automatically say that this person wasn't sent by God, because again, it may be a situation that turn out where that person, we come to a compromise on not having a kid, or having a kid, or adopting. So there are different alternatives, I feel.
So what you're saying, if you love this woman, y'all gonna sit down and come to a compromise?
Without a doubt. I mean, that's part of it. Gotta have that effective communication.
Yeah, so effective, I'm glad you said that. So effective communication, I think that's very important. You have to have that communication when you're dealing with someone in a relationship. That should be priority. That should be the number one thing. Before even going to the next route of, taking it any further, you definitely want to have that communication. You definitely want to be on one accord. You definitely want to sit down and talk about it.
Yeah, you gotta be able to have the uncomfortable conversations.
Yes, that is
If you
so.
can't have the uncomfortable conversations, it's gonna be hard to effectively communicate with each other.
I agree.
That's one thing I've learned. Is unexpressed expectations. You know what I mean? You're holding because you didn't effectively communicate with somebody. You didn't express your expectation with that individual. When they don't meet that expectation, then now you're responding or reacting or treating them a certain type of way. But a lot of it goes back to communication. I've definitely had issues in the past with poor communication. You know what I mean?
Me as well. I've also had some terrible relationships. Just not communicating, just lack of communication. Just when you find out a person, because a person will show you who they are. After you talk to them for so long, they'll reveal themselves. They can't keep faking who they not, who they aren't. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
that's so I did want to ask, how do you feel about boundaries?
So I am very big on boundaries. Actually, I got some notes on boundaries. So,
Okay.
so a couple of my boundaries is I don't like dishonesty, and that's definitely through trial and error.
Okay.
I've had my phases where I've been dishonest, and I put that into the atmosphere, and in return, I got dishonesty as well. So definitely, honesty is a big thing for me. That's a boundary of mine. If I don't feel like we can be honest with each other, then that's just something that I'm not willing to flex on.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I'm big on boundaries as well, meaning respect. That's number one. Please respect me. I do set the tone when I'm meeting somebody. I do carry myself as in a way that, okay, yeah, she don't play right there. Definitely gonna have to respect her.
Yeah, respect is a big thing, because
That is a big thing for me.
once you let it slide once,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna happen again.
Yeah.
So that is definitely one of my boundaries as well. Disrespect. I don't tolerate it. I've allowed a lot of disrespect to happen
Yeah.
in the past, and it's because I had a misconception or a misunderstanding what love truly was.
Yeah.
So I allow a lot of disrespect to take place.
So what you're saying is you have loved incorrectly.
Oh yes, without a doubt. I love the person the way I wanted to love them. I did not love that individual the way they needed to be loved. So that goes back to poor communication as well. I never took the time to ask that person, how did they need to be, how do you like to be loved? What are the things that make you move? What are the things that make you tick? I was so self-absorbed that I was giving them what I thought they wanted, and they didn't receive it well. I acted like a little spoiled little child, you know what I mean? Temper tantrums, all those things. However, looking back on it, now that I understand that I was loving them incorrectly, I was loving them my way.
Yeah.
Not saying my way is the wrong way, however, I wasn't taking into consideration how they wanted to be loved.
Right, because that's what you thought.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And a lot of times we do that. We think that this is what how it's supposed to be, and just no education, no lack of getting some type of relationship advice.
So if we're stuck or have a misunderstanding of how to love somebody correctly, in your opinion, where does that stem from?
I think it can be multiple things. Childhood. Childhood is number one, because the way you were raised in the household you come from, you grow up thinking that's the way of life is. That's how my mom and dad did it this way, or I watched my mom or my dad do it this way, or not having a parent, not having a mom, not having a dad, or just having one parent. I mean, those sometimes can trigger some things into your relationship.
Okay. Yeah, without a doubt. You have to have people around you who have healthy relationships. And when I say healthy relationship, I mean not just a healthy relationship that you see in the public. Also, what goes on behind closed doors. Because a lot of times I've seen where people, when they walk out the front door, and I know people say, well, you shouldn't put your business in the street, X, Y, Z, yada, yada, yada. I get that, but if you're being a model for other people, and you're giving them a false perception of what something is, or what a real relationship or marriage is, if you're giving them that false perception, then somebody that's real influential, they're gonna go around thinking that relationships and marriage is always happy, joy.
Yeah, and that's not the case.
So I do. That's one of the big things is, being able to talk and articulate to some people. You see some people that's been married 40 and 50 years, and a lot of them straight tell you, we had a whole lot of problems. I did a lot of things incorrectly, but we stuck through it, through the ups and the downs. So just making sure that you're around people who have healthy relationships.
That's good right there. I'm so big on that. I'm so big on that because surround myself around other positive individuals, other healthy relationships. My brother and my sister-in-law are they're big on that. They set very good examples. They don't just walk, talk the talk. They walk and talk. You know what I'm saying? They set the standards, not faking it. Like you and your husband duking it out before y'all get to church on Sunday morning, and then you get in church, y'all the best of friends. Like that's unhealthy. That's unhealthy because I have been there. And then of course the pastor can see it because he telling everybody hug your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And you looking at him like, I don't want to hug this fool right now.
No doubt.
RJ don't never know what I'm gonna say, guys. He doesn't never know. I don't never know what you gonna say.
Well,
I don't never know what you gonna say, but yeah, that's not healthy at all.
no, it's not. So
Yeah.
you need healthy relationship, positive examples, and
Yeah.
don't settle for, this is my friend and his wife, so I think we should hang with them because we grew up as kids and this, that, and the third.
Oh, come on, Art. Come on now.
If that's not a healthy relationship, or
Okay.
positive examples, it could be family, it could be friends.
Mm-hmm.
If you're continuously putting yourself in that environment in hopes that they're providing the example or going to show you what a healthy relationship is,
Mm-hmm.
eventually the things that you're ingesting from them, you're going to digest into your relationship, and it's going to eventually trickle back down. So
Yeah, I totally agree.
you got to know how to cut people off if they're not
Yes.
healthy, or if it's not a healthy environment, and find healthy
Yes, and don't settle for just having this negative person around you. You don't have to settle for that. Like if you want a healthy spirit, healthy mindset, you don't want negative Nancy or what's the other one?
I only had, I can't speak for the others. I just know an answer.
Yeah, you can't have negative. You can't have negative Nancy hanging around you. You don't want to be bothered with negative Nancy. Negative Nancy got all this going. She ain't got no peace in her life. Her whole household is in chaos. You want somebody who can pour into you with positivity, knowledge, like wisdom, encouragement. I try to be so encouraging to people because you just never know what people deal. Even at my job, like you don't know what people deal with when they come into the work atmosphere or what they're going through. I just try to set good, encouraging words, good vibes. I just can't be around it. I can't tolerate that. So I did want to ask you because something came up where I had a young lady. She said that she felt like she was getting older,
Okay.
and that she just gonna settle for the next person if they're solid.
Solid.
Solid, when I say solid, meaning that she feels like they have a 401k, they got this going on, they got their own home, they don't stay at home with their mama, they got their own house, they got a good job, children grown and gone. So now she gonna settle, but he has a drinking problem.
Okay.
But she gonna settle because she can deal with that drinking problem.
Can she?
That's what she told herself.
Okay. Well, you gotta be careful what you settle for, because like if you settle for that,
Yeah.
and that's not the type of person you are, eventually that's gonna become a problem.
Yeah.
So it again, you pass that honeymoon phase, and then all those different signs and traits and characteristics start to come on full display, and you realize like this isn't what I signed up for. Then you're gonna realize real fast like maybe I shouldn't have settled for the next whatever that came along.
Yeah.
So I personally, again, like everybody have their flaws, but if it's something that's not conducive for you and creating a healthy environment, I wouldn't settle on that. Because there are some things that, like again, like talking about don't settle.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things that I know or I knew that I should have said no to, and by settling, I went with the yes. And when those things came full display, and I was at the point till I realized that I couldn't handle it, I just had to be real with myself and be like, well, you knew you shouldn't have gotten this in the first place. So
You told yourself that.
I told myself that because
So you were able to identify.
Exactly, because all of it was self-inflicted harm.
Yeah.
So as much as I wanted to point the finger, that person was who they were.
Yeah.
The whole time. I just had an expectation.
Ooh,
And
I think we all been there.
Yeah, without doubt. So they saw, once my expectation wasn't being met, I had to realize, like, well, this person has been who they are displaying the whole time. You being me. You wanted to be Mr. Fix-It, or you wanted to try to change the person, and then when that didn't happen, because of you settled, then you looking back like, man, I wasted all this time, I wasted all the years, I knew better, and then you're licking your wounds afterwards.
So what you're saying, RJ, is you're not in the changing business no more.
No, I'm definitely not in the trying to change.
So you're not in the changing business anymore.
Because you can't change the person has to change themselves.
Totally.
I forget, the quote kind of goes like, I'm not gonna fix myself for you. I'm gonna fix myself for me so I can be better for you.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to change that person and then they try to change just for you, if they do alter what they're doing just a little bit, eventually they're gonna go back to being who they truly are. So you gotta allow people to grow, you gotta allow people to change. It's not on you to change anybody, it's not on you to fix anybody. Now being that for them and supporting them and things like that, no doubt, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta make sure number one is good, first and foremost.
I totally agree, R. Totally agree.
So, yeah, not even fixing it.
So, can we just get out of don't settle for a moment and get into these cards that
Yeah. We
got some cards, y'all.
Play a little game. Nah, seriously.
Oh, I've been waiting on this.
So, this beautiful young lady I know bought me some cards with some questions on them. So I was like, you know what? Just kind of change things up. Let's just ask a few questions, some of these questions, while we're doing the podcast. So, first question is, what is one thing you are most excited about in your personal life right now? Miss J.
What is one thing that I am excited about right now in my life?
Yes.
Is that what the question is?
Yes, ma'am.
So the one thing that I'm excited about is right now in my life, at this very moment, is growth. Like, I'm very excited about that. That's like the number one thing that, and having some peace. Oh my God. So I have so much peace where people are like, Johnny, you are always smiling. Why are you always smiling so much? Because I ain't the same person. I have grown. What about you?
So, the one thing I would say that I'm most excited about right now is I'm comfortable in my own skin.
Ooh, come on.
For a long time, a lot of years of my life, I was so into pleasing others to where I altered who I was and who I wanted to be. So that is what I'm most excited about right now is because, I've been through a lot of growth, and a lot of people that I still love today, I had to move in another direction to be who I wanted to be. I can no longer be who they wanted me to be. So that's the most exciting thing about it right now.
That's
my personal life.
Your personal life.
That's the most exciting.
That's the most exciting.
That's the most exciting.
Okay, next question.
So the next question is, what is one piece of advice you would give to your younger self?
You want me to go first?
Yes, ma'am. What is one piece of advice would you give to your younger self?
So one piece of advice that I would give to my younger self is wait to fall in love. I would give my younger self that, not be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to fall in love with someone. Cause your mind frame ain't good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
Let's see. The advice I give myself is be where your feet are.
Okay. Meaning?
Meaning that, like, for instance, like, I'm here, right now. This is the only thing that matters outside of an emergency. Like, whatever's going on with my phone, whatever's going on outside, none of that matters. So, when I say be where your feet are, like, give the present moment, the person that you're with in that present moment, enjoy that moment, enjoy that person, enjoy your environment. But a lot of times, from personal experience, I was so focused on the next thing or the next day or what went wrong or what didn't go right that I never took the time to focus and be present and enjoy where my feet was. I was always on to the next, or complaining about something, or being disgruntled about something, or he said, she said, things of that nature. So, because life is so short, it's gone in an instant.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I had to learn, just be where your feet are.
Be where your feet are. I like it.
Yeah. So, last question. What's the best piece of advice you would give to your future self?
So you added that one back in there.
No, ma'am, that was in there. You went through cards.
So the best piece of advice that I would give my future self is to keep growing. Like, don't quit. Like, keep growing and trust God. That's number one, trust God.
All right. So the best piece of advice I would give my future self is
Ooh, that deep thought over there.
that's a good one, because as I spoke about, like, just being like in the present moment, thinking about the future sometimes gets a little hard for me. But to answer the question is, just always be authentic to who you truly are.
Yes.
That's it. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of things will change between here and now. A lot of people will come and go. Just always be authentic to yourself. That's the best advice I would give my future self.
I like that. Have you been doing it?
Yes, I'm pretty authentic to who I am. Like, I mean, I enjoy being me. I don't mind being who I am. Life is wonderful. You know what I mean? Like, as we go through the healing process, enjoy life after life. Life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. So I have an attitude of gratitude. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So,
that's deep right there. I mean, that was a good way to put that.
all right. Now back on to the topic. What you got?
Man, I'm about to cry.
Don't cry. Please don't. I want these people to
I'm about to cry over here. Okay, man. Let's see. Back to the subject. Let me see what we got going on right here. Ooh.
What you got?
Okay, so one of the questions says, do you know who is the best partner for you? And my question is, I got a follow-up question behind it. Okay, so do you know who is the best partner for you? And do you know what you can bring? Why you would be the best partner for that person?
So, who is the best partner for me? All right, so let me go with my non-negotiables.
So you wrote it down?
I did. So, I mean,
I thought I had them, y'all. I thought I had them.
the best way for me to try to figure out, along with, you know, a lot of prayer time, who's the best partner for me is a couple of my non-negotiables. I need someone who's spiritually mature. And when I, you know, I don't necessarily, I'm not saying that they have to be of a certain type of religion. I'm not saying that
she got to be an evangelist.
She don't have to be an evangelist. She ought to be, I just need her to be spiritually mature. Okay. Somebody can help me elevate spiritually. Somebody I can help elevate spiritually.
Okay, I like that because you just described it. You know, people like to ask. You know, somebody might get on here and be like, oh, RJ want him an evangelist.
No,
that might not be me.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm just saying that just not clear it up. But I like how you describe it.
Yes. Without a doubt, because you know what I mean. Like I said, we got to be able to elevate each other spiritually.
Yes, I love that.
So that don't mean we have to start out on the same level spiritually, but we have to be spiritually mature that we can elevate each other.
Yes.
To the next level.
I totally agree. That is so important. You know, couples and relationships, they lack that. Like, they just jump in right on into the honeymoon stage and just not even, they definitely have to have a sensitive, just be sensitive to the spirit and sensitive to God fearing. Like, I definitely.
Without doubt. Then next, they have to be financially stable.
High five on that, bro.
Here's the thing. And when I say
high five on that.
When I say financially stable, they don't have to have a certain type job. They don't have to make X amount of money.
Okay.
Just be stable with the finances that they have. You know,
not frivolous.
Not frivolous. Not, you know what I mean, check to check. Not struggling. You know what I mean, because they made bad choices with their finances to pay their bills, things of that nature. Somebody that's financially stable.
Yeah.
Because you know, that goes a long way. You know, the number one cause of divorce still is finances, money. So financial stability is a big thing.
That is a huge thing.
Yeah, so.
That is a huge thing. And then at the age that we are, I'm just saying.
Well, you know, too. That's saying you don't know what you don't know. And I ain't saying that I'm not willing to help somebody become financially stable, but
you willing to coach them.
That's where we, you know, help each other elevate. Where I lack, she helped me grow.
That's
where
right.
she lack, I help her grow.
Love it.
So that's number one. Then the next one is emotionally aware. I need somebody who's emotionally aware.
When you say emotionally aware, what do you mean by that?
They're able to identify their emotions, understand what's going on, and be able to process through them.
I'm laughing.
What's up? Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing.
Tell me why.
I can't eat right now on the live, but after this, it was a conversation we had.
I mean, you can't say that to people and tell people about the conversation.
It was a conversation we had, I want to say, Tuesday?
Okay.
About the phone, and it was a conversation, and you was like, so, what made you feel that way? You know, you was like, put me on the spot.
Well, you know.
So I'm laughing because you said that.
Okay. I'm digging.
I mean, I'm laughing because you said that because you have me doing that now. Like, telling people to identify what's, like, you have me looking at people like, why did you feel that way? What made you, I mean, why are you like you have me asking people that. Seriously.
That's good.
I'm just saying.
Well, you help people process through their emotions. You know
I think that's a tactic that you use.
It is.
It's a silent one though.
It is.
It's a silent tactic that RJ uses on me that I have no idea he uses.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I think he has the upper hand.
No. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure you.
I think he he got the upper hand because I'm just like I be thinking about it. I'm like, do you
Okay,
really
so
think-
but you say that's upper hand, but think about it this way: you have a lot of young ladies, the young women, that look up to you, who ask you certain things, and if you can help them become more emotionally aware and things of that nature, then you know what I'm saying. Everything I did was for the greater good, or what you say I did anyway. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. We'll
So,
get back to
yeah.
the
But then last one is someone who's family oriented. You know what I mean? I love my family. I'm big on family. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? That's why they say you gotta know how people was raised. You know what I mean? I like someone who's family oriented.
There you go. RJ has put that out there. What he can bring to the table is what he hadn't brought out yet.
What I can bring to the table?
For the person you with, how do you think what you can bring to that table to that future bride?
For that future bride, I mean, if those are my non-negotiables, I gotta be able to bring the same things to the table.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm spiritually mature. I feel like I'm emotionally aware. I feel like I'm a family oriented, and I feel like I'm financially stable. So, you know what I mean? But and then outside of that, you know.
I know it's more, but those are just some of the keys right there, the main things, right?
Those are some.
Because I know you, it's probably a book.
Nah.
Y'all heard how you said it? Nah.
Nah, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. You know what I mean?
That's what's
that's
up.
it. So see what the future holds.
Okay. There it is. Well, I ain't spoken on that.
So
I knew it. I'm ready.
you ready?
Yes, always.
All right. What about your partner?
What do you mean? What about my partner?
So what are you looking for?
Okay. So, my partner definitely has to be financially stable.
Okay.
Yes, I don't have a preference on his job, but as long as he knows how to manage his money, he likes saving, not being frivolous. I'm big on it. He has to know God.
Okay.
I'm huge on it. That's major. Has to have a relationship with God. That's the main thing, and he has to be spiritually led.
Okay.
That's number one. What else? I'm big on family. I do a lot of things with my siblings and my children, my sons. I do a lot with them when they're in town. I mean, it's just, I have the best relationship with my sons, and how I look at a man. If he's a man that has children and put his relationship before the children, I have a problem with that. If they're younger. Now, if they're grown, it's a difference. Let me just clear that up.
Okay.
That's a difference. Yes, he has to be a family man. We have to be able to pour into each other. That's another thing I'm big on. He has to be encouraging and positive and not negative Nancy. Can he handle his emotions? I need to know that.
Can you handle your emotion?
I can handle my emotions. I'm not one that will stay in a situation.
Okay.
Like if I'm having that bad day, like I'm finna go on get that off of me before I even I ain't finna go to sleep like that. Troubled by something that's bothering me, I'm gonna go ahead and nip that in the bud.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Especially if it's something like serious, I'm definitely gonna meditate on it. What else? I have a book too. Or I want to admit that he has a book.
I don't.
Yes,
I
but I
probably
do. That's just a few things.
Oh, good. What you what
And
else
how
you got?
how does he handle pressure? You know, I always say that. I don't need no man who's gonna lose his job and run away. Be like, I just need time to go gone for a week,
Well, yeah.
couple days,
That's different, without a doubt.
like just gone because you can't help it. Like how I'm taking care of my family, how I'm gonna do this. Like I cannot, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, I mean, if he knows what he has, you know what I mean.
I cannot.
He shouldn't run away.
This don't do it.
Well, I mean, I ain't doubting something do it, but
Yeah.
that comes with a certain level of maturity. You know what I mean? No man don't want to come home and tell his wife he don't have a job or his girl. I mean, that's just real.
I mean, nobody, he doesn't, but he don't run from the situation. Let's sit down and work this out and talk about what our plans are.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's like I say, that takes a certain level of maturity because when a man is considered himself a provider,
Yeah.
then the hardest thing for him to do is come on and tell somebody he don't know when he's gonna be able to provide again.
But if he know his mate, it should not be a problem. Like he should be okay with telling his mate because they gonna get through it.
So we said 2 key words there: mature and know its mate. You can't lack one or the other. If you do, then that's when, you know what I mean, you got that problem. That's when somebody's gonna run, you know what I mean, and do whatever they do. So
Yeah.
but it's definitely key to know your partner, your significant other.
I agree. That's like major.
So
Now, and you know, he definitely has that. Now, who am I to this man? I am his queen. I'm his everything.
that's what's up. You should be.
I am
you should
his
be
queen. I'm his everything. I bring him joy. Like when he walk in the house, I want him to be smiling. Like, there she go, there she go.
Okay. That's what's
I
up.
want him to be cheesing. Like,
I ain't mad at you.
that's my girl right there.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm not this.
Even
I'm not
if
this.
even if he has a bad day, I want to be able to be there to nurture his soul fully.
When you looking, you see him over there.
I'm just
Like you
saying.
just all in the
No, I'm just saying, like, I want to be able to, like, babe, I got you.
That comes with a certain level of maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
he needs to know, like, I got you.
So that's what I'm saying. So you again, that's that example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you
Yeah, I
can
want to be
set.
his everything.
That's what's up.
I do. Because I told myself, like, even after I got a divorce,
Mhm.
even though I got a divorce, I had started telling myself, because, you know, I was kind of tough on myself. I was kind of hard on myself before I started, like, going through the healing process. So I was like, this next marriage, who I'm going to be with, I'm going to go get some classes, you know, bettering myself. I'm taking kickboxing. I'm taking pole dancing. I'm doing everything. Pole dancing is a good workout. Let me just put that out there. Like, I was like, I'm going to be the best and the finest thing to this man. But I had to change that mindset because you want to do things for yourself, not just for the man. Because if you're doing things for yourself, who you're supposed to be with, he's going to notice who yourself is, your inner self. Not just doing things just to be like, oh, for him. No, that's not the person. You need to do things for yourself. You need to first heal yourself first. You need to have a mindset. You need to set some goals for yourself. For yourself, not a man.
I totally agree.
For yourself. You definitely need to do that. That's prioritize yourself. Spend time with yourself. Don't settle for just, oh, I'm getting old.
So
One of my clients, y'all, somebody I know was like, I'm tired of dating these clowns out here. And I think I'm gonna cross over. I about died. I about passed out in the chair because I was like, no.
Well, I mean,
Like, no, you can't do that.
that's if what
I
crossover like how
ain't going there.
to another
'Cause I ain't
race
trying-
or another gender.
Both.
Okay.
Both. I have one that said they're gonna cross over to another race. But what they don't know, they was the person that had the issues. The race did not matter. Let me just say it. That person themselves
I got
had
you.
the issue.
Now, let's not just run past this pole dance thing. Now, was this? Now, wait a minute. No, stop. Was this exercise or for future
It was-
enhancement of your relationship?
I can honestly say that. I can say that. Yes, it was for everything. Like exercise and to enhance my relationship.
Okay, hey,
My
listen,
marriage. Let me just say that.
I respect that. I just didn't want to just run past the fact that Miss J I
He
am
is
pole
such a
dancing.
man. He is such a man.
No,
Of the
I'm saying.
fact that you went back on the pole dancing.
I want you to finish what you were
That
saying.
you went on the pole dancing.
I want you to finish what you were saying.
Yes,
And I
I'm
didn't wanna-
definitely. I was like, yes, I'm definitely getting some pole dancing classes because I'm gonna be the top thing on the planet.
Wait, I respect that. I'm just
Just
curious.
being honest, we just gonna keep it real. This show is for adults only. Let me just say that.
I respect
It's
that.
not for children, but yes.
I respect that. I just didn't want us to run past it. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
Because it's not while we're focusing on talking about the pole dancing.
Oh my God! You just gonna stay there for a moment, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm saying. But even though we're talking about that, it's the fact that you're doing or preparing yourself for your future husband in aspects to do things that enhance your relationship.
Yes, because I want to be his everything.
And I'm rocking with that. And that through all the laughter joke, that's the key. You're working on yourself so you can be better for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's the thing. Like you'll be where you need to be when you come along. Pole dance and all. And that's respect. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I shouldn't even say that.
Hey, listen, you probably just
I need somebody to pull on me because I know I'm gonna just be myself. I need
you
somebody
might
to be like,
just
okay, that's all right, Jay.
you might just say marriage. Like, he been asking for me to go
No.
take pole dancing and
I'm
now
just
they gonna
saying.
take pole dancing.
I'm just saying, like I had a whole conversation with God about this.
Well,
A whole conversation about who I was gonna be, and I was gonna let Him lead me to be who He created and designed me to be for a wife.
I respect that.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Like it ain't gonna be no Joni way. It's God's way. It's what God
I
says.
respect that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And if pole dancing involved, that's what it is.
You can start a Christian women's pole dancing group.
Oh my God! Cut. Edit. What? What, RJ?
Listen, you can start.
RJ. Ha. RJ is joking right now.
I'm being serious.
RJ, okay, commercial break.
Oh, okay.
Commercial break.
I'm just being so serious. But
But why you had to say Christian pole dance class?
ain't you a Christian?
Yes, I am, but
Well,
still.
then, there's other Christians out there that want to do it too. So I am just saying, God really hard ain't doing this.
So you think I need to teach the class?
You take it however you want.
What if
Nigga,
somebody said
somebody-
I like it?
That go warn
Oh my
right
God,
there.
don't encourage it, don't entertain
You
it.
see how? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You
Woo!
see what you see?
Y'all, RJ some
That's
milk.
That's just how simple it is.
RJ is something else.
But you see how? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But again, it's about the enhancing
Yes.
in preparation for. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So yeah, I'm proud of you, Miss J. I didn't know that caught me off guard too, so I just couldn't let it run past that.
Really, RJ?
Yeah.
Oh, you proud of me?
I mean, ain't no different than the dude being Planet
That's the
Fitness
only
every
time
day.
he said he proud of me, y'all.
No, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. But
Woo!
But yeah.
What you say, dude? That's playing.
That's no different than about being in Planet Fitness trying to get buff for.
Shout out to, we're gonna be promoting Planet Fitness. Shout out to Planet Fitness. We're gonna hashtag you guys to this.
Hey, let's do it. Sounds good.
I lost my train of thought.
What you got? What you got? Focus, refocus.
Yeah, let me focus, guys. Are we taking any questions, or you want to finish collaborating on this
Got on.
not settling topic? We done got all our focus, guys.
Nah, wait, sometimes you need, you know what I'm saying? You need a little laughter, you know?
Yeah, you do. Let's see. Oh, did we touch on it settling because of finances?
Well,
Because some people don't think they can do it by themselves, and they stay in a relationship because of the finances.
yeah. Well, we just talked about somebody being financially stable, but yeah, a lot of people do settle. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they be like, oh, he got this good job over here, or she making 6 figures. I'd be a fool to leave her.
Yeah, but you know, again, money ain't everything.
But she crazy.
Money ain't everything.
Yeah.
I promise you. It's not everything. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different reasons why we settle.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be staying for the kids, whether it be financial reasons, whether you don't want to feel like you have to face the embarrassment of a failed relationship or a failed marriage. You know, it's what everybody else gonna think. We go to church, what they gonna think, what they gonna think. So a lot of people settle for those, you know, those very different reasons. But the reality is, you know, you don't give up one life. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest. People gonna have opinions.
I agree with that. You definitely have to live.
People gonna have opinions. You know what I mean?
And don't care about forget people's opinions. You live for you. You do what God tell you to do, not people.
So definitely don't settle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
So yeah, without a doubt, you get one, and the longer you stay in an uncomfortable circumstance, situation, you know what I mean, you can't get back tomorrow. You can't get that day back. You can't get, once the day's gone, you can't get that back. So you know what I mean, you just gotta enjoy life. You know what I mean? As what they say, people in your life for a reason, a season, a blessing.
Yes.
So
that is so true.
you just gotta sometimes figure that out, and you gotta figure out which one of the 3 reasons they're there for.
That's good that you acknowledge that. You think people be in your life for a reason and a season?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Because in reality, nothing lasts forever.
Right, that is true.
We all got an expiration date.
Yes, we do.
So, you know, sometimes we're in situations and we don't see the benefit of it while we're in the situation, but that person might have just been in your life for that time frame to teach you a lesson. And when I say teach you, not necessarily teach you, but to help you
get to the next.
Yeah, navigate through life, get to the next level.
I totally believe that. I totally believe that.
So, I mean, if it wasn't for some of the lessons I've learned, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. So,
Would you say you're a great man?
would I say I'm a great man? I'm still striving. So, I have all the potential in the world to be great.
That's so wise spoken.
Yeah, I have all the world and all the potential in the world to be great. I don't want to be great yet. I want to keep growing. I want to take my time and get there.
Okay. Gotcha. Noted.
And then when I get to the mountaintop,
Yeah, because you said you was taking me with you.
exactly. You think you're a great woman?
Yes. I think I'm still the one, but I think I am a great woman. Meaning because of my heart. It's genuine. Yeah.
I respect that.
Yes. Definitely.
Well, Miss J is a great woman who has taken classes to
Oh my
I'm joking.
He ain't gonna let them go.
I
I think I'm be hearing about this for
You probably just shocked the internet. So many people like, what she did?
I'm just being honest, because I can be my honest self. You know, me and R use this term, this word that we always say. And what's that?
Let's get vulnerable.
Yes, so me and R believe in getting vulnerable with each other and vulnerable with the viewers and just, you know, being honest about, you know, where we've been and what's going on in our life. And that was a season in my life that I'm still good at. Yes, Lord.
Okay, see.
That I'm still good at. Let me just say that.
That's what's up. Okay.
Saying. Let me just put it out there. Okay, so next.
Well, you got the notes, man.
Okay, I thought you had a question because you know you like to.
Nah, I ain't gonna hit you.
You out the pole dancing.
Yeah, we moved on from pole dancing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We moved on now.
Alright guys, so we're moving on from the pole dancing. So let's get into this concerning the kids.
Yes.
Do you think people stay in a relationship because of the children?
Without a doubt. Wait a minute. You just said to say that you stayed with one.
I did, but how do you feel about that? Because it's Let's Chat with R and J, and we need to know.
Yes. People stay in the relationship for the kids.
Yes.
Which I understand it. I've been there, done that.
For the kids.
For the kids. That's a tough one now because, you know what I mean, nobody wants to see their kids with a broken heart or shattered dreams.
No.
So that's really hard to reach that point to where you have to do what's best for you.
Yes.
So
Totally.
yeah, that's a tough one. Because it's nothing like seeing your kids walk out the door.
Yeah.
And then you don't know when they're coming back in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely I see a lot of people. And still a lot of people stand for the kids, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm not one to say how beneficial it is for the kids,
Mm-hmm.
but I can say that it definitely has an effect on the kids in the long run.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Totally agree.
so
Yeah, just took me back though.
took you back. Anything you want to share?
Next question.
Okay, I respect that.
Accepting non-mutual relationships. What's that about?
Accepting non-mutual relationships. So if you're giving, and in essence you're not receiving the same in return.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I ain't talking about the whole 50-50 affair and all that other kind of stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're giving your all, you know what I mean, you're giving your heart, your soul, your everything, and then that person just ain't getting with the program, you know, they always got some kind of excuse, lie, or alibi, then it's non-mutual. You're selling it.
Yeah.
So, and then typically a lot of times in non-mutual situations, you know, they turn the tables back on you when you're trying to say, well, whatever expectation ain't being met, then it turns back and like, well, you're not doing X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it seem like it's unmutual
Yeah.
on both sides. But I mean, you know what you're actually putting in and putting out. So if it's non-mutual, again, that's just another phase.
So would you say love is a sacrifice?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, love is a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Meaning?
With love,
Is it like a risk or a sacrifice?
I say it's both.
Mm-hmm. Because you're putting your heart out there.
You're putting your heart out there.
I feel like I'm putting my heart out there.
Yeah, without a doubt, you're putting your heart out there. And then when you're in love with somebody and hope they're in love in return,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're gonna sacrifice some things because a part of you, what you would have to, when I say sacrifice, you have to sacrifice and give up some things for the greater good.
Yeah.
Whether it be you go to school and I'll work.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you finish school, I'll go to school and you work. So it's more that, and that type of thing is more of a give and take when it comes to sacrifice.
Gotcha.
You know, things of that nature. And it's you know, anytime you open up your heart and you're vulnerable with somebody, you're definitely taking a risk.
I totally agree.
So
And then if that person is for you, that's when I say please be spiritual led by that person, because even you being spiritual led, sometimes the enemy can, like you said, self-sabotaging. The enemy can come get in your ear and stop you from, or try to attempt to stop you from being with this person. I looked at a interview that Sarah Jakes Roberts was talking about when she was dating her husband before they got married. How she thought because of her dad being this bishop and, you know, all this success he having his mega church, and, you know, she was getting these thoughts in her head that the man that she was engaged to just wanted her for her fame and to build his ministry up. And then God showed her, she was on the phone with him getting ready to be like, okay, I think we need to break from this. And as she was talking to him, she could hear him in the background saying, hold on just a minute, do this, do that, do that. Like, he was a man that already had this mega church, that already was in leadership, that was already doing this thing, had his own money. And it's like God was showing her, he don't need that. He don't need your fame. He don't need your father's fame. This is who I put in place for you. Don't self-sabotage it.
mm-hmm.
So I looked at that and I was like, yeah, sometimes we can get in that situation. We can get in that and talk ourselves right out of the blessing that was placed in front of us.
That is true. I mean, when you have that intuition, when you hearing that voice talking to you, you need to listen, because a lot of times, and I've been guilty of it, I haven't listened. I just done what I wanted to do, and the results were what they were afterwards.
Yeah, I heard it.
So
Say that again.
a lot of times I didn't listen. I just did what I wanted to do, and the results were what they ended up being. Because I through my own personal experience, I've asked God for some things, or some things to be returned back in my life, and He didn't necessarily tell me no, but He was like, "You think that's a great idea?"
If He didn't say yes, it's a no. I always learned it.
Well, where I'm going with that is,
Where you going with it?
He allowed me to have what I asked for. And then, through not being spiritually mature,
You mishandled it.
I mishandled it. Not just that, when I was asking that question, and I was like, saying, he was like, "Are you sure?" I misinterpreted that for yes,
Yeah.
when it really was a no.
Yeah.
So you gotta listen sometimes.
You definitely have to be spiritual, you know, spirit led. You definitely have to hear God. And sometimes people be like, Johnny, how you be hearing from God? How you be keen on it? Well, I sit down and I spend time with God. Just like when you're dating, you gotta spend time and get to know a person. Well, I sit down and I spend time with reading my word so I can be spiritually led to where I'm going. I focus on what God is saying to me. That's my time to meditate and spend time with Him and hear. That's how I hear from God.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so let's see. Let me make sure I don't miss out on anything. Oh,
What
Number
you got?
one, know your worth. Know your worth.
Now, from a female's perspective, what's knowing your worth? Cause, hold on, some people say you're only valuable as the atmosphere or the environment that you're in.
I'm not gonna say
I'm not saying.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm just saying. A lot of times, people say I know my worth. However, they're not putting themselves in an atmosphere or environment that's valuable to what they're saying their worth is or their value. So, what's truly knowing your worth?
So that's why you have to know your worth. That's why the thing says know your worth. Not thinking you know your worth. Know your worth means spending time with yourself. What do you allow yourself to tolerate and take? That's knowing your worth. Like, who are you? What individual? Are you a person that, oh, I can't say that. I can't say that on the line. But are you a person that settles for less? Like, you need to know who you are. If somebody is not meeting the needs that you have for yourself, that you value, then you don't have to be with that person, male or female. You don't have to settle for that, because you know what you're worth. You know what, like, how important you are how important you can be to this person. You know who you are. And you can't, disrespect is another thing of knowing your worth. Don't allow somebody to disrespect you. Know your worth. Know your worth.
So,
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
if I don't know my worth, and
You gotta know your worth.
I understand everybody don't know their worth though.
That's
Some
why
people
I
don't.
said know your worth.
Some people don't understand how worthy they are or their worth. Like, some people's like, I don't think I'm good enough, I don't think I'm enough, so I'm just gonna settle for less. So what are some practical steps to knowing your worth? Or getting to know your worth?
You know how I feel about that, about knowing your worth. Number one, you have to, if it's something that you dislike that's going on in your life, remove yourself from that situation. Remove yourself from that situation. Start spending time with yourself. That's how you get to know who you are, what you like, what you tolerate. That's the number one thing. Getting to know who you are as an individual. Separate yourself with something that you just don't agree with you. You know what agree with you. If you in the car with somebody and this mug just turn around and bust you in the face, like, is that knowing your worth? No, like, you have to know. You know what you like. You know your own self better than anybody else. Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
You have to know your worth. You have to. That's the number one thing, especially in healing process and life after life. When I say life after life, I mean I had a life. Had this life one way, and then when that life, being married, raising children, ended, like the children being grown, divorcing, then you have to start a new life and a new way of doing things. And in this new life, I really had to sit down and know my worth and know who I was and know how to spend time with Joni.
Okay. So you know your worth. How much you worth? I'm just, how much you worth?
I'm working with another start that Christian Paul dancing class.
Oh, nah, you told me. I'm talking about it, laughing over whatever you said, but not
I'm
you.
just kidding. I had to mess with RJ, y'all. I had to mess with RJ.
Keep on, Chris.
I'm laughing. Look, if y'all just get on here and you don't know about that Christian Paul dancing class,
Coming
y'all
soon.
inbox her.
Coming soon. Led by Miss J.
RJ.
What's up?
So, that's the inside joke. You had to be there earlier in
I'm
the
just
conversation
saying,
to know what we
hey,
laughing
you know.
at. So
Okay. all
yeah,
right.
but yeah, know your worth. Know who you are as an individual.
That's
You
what's
know,
up.
yeah, know you. Know you. You know you. You walk around with that king hat on.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I know me. But
You a king.
it took a long time for me to figure out some of these things. You know what I mean?
And what are some tips that you can give somebody to know their worth? Like what kind of tips? You know, what worked for me is I had to affirmations and telling myself good things about myself, being positive, speaking to my inner self, who I am.
Yeah.
You know, those were some things that helped me. Do you have going on solo dates?
Yeah.
That's actually on our website, solo dates, solo dating. It's some ideas in a blog that I blogged on about. So check us out on the website.
Yeah.
I will make sure I put the website in the comments.
Yep. So definitely, I do affirmations. I do
Mhm.
mantras. You know what I mean?
Mantras.
I go on.
So
Say what?
intelligent. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I go on solo dates. You know what I mean? If I wanna, I like going. So I like walking up Stone Mountain sometimes, just kind of getting out. You know, just getting in touch with myself.
Yeah.
New thing I've been doing, grounding. You know what I mean? It helps me just kind of become one with myself.
That's
You know, I do a lot of personal development stuff. Just kind of understand what helps me move, what helps me tick. Because it took a while. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I was worth. I didn't know my worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn it. So just a few of those things. Yeah, definitely affirmation. You know what I mean? Just that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And you know, becoming spiritually mature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody has to take their own course, their own route, course of action to getting to God, but definitely becoming, you know, more in touch with God. You know what I mean? It was a big thing for me. So and just the number one thing was learning to love myself, and not looking for that externally, not needing somebody to love me or fall in love with me or validate me or give me, you know, affirm me, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like realizing like I didn't need that externally, it all had to start internally.
Yeah.
So that was a
Totally
big
agree.
thing.
Totally agree with that. RJ, yes, totally agree with that. That's good. Anything else you wanna give help on knowing yourself?
On knowing yourself. Just, you know what I mean, don't settle. You know what I mean? Just, you know who you are, what you are, what you stand for.
Yeah.
Don't settle for anything less than what you think you should be receiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So, okay, let me go back here. Let's see. We'll get into that on another time. So, do you want to take some questions?
I think y'all lay it on out there.
Of course you do.
Ain't no time like the present.
Not him sitting up here talking about ain't no time like the. Let's see.
You pondering about it.
It's just.
It's on that. Say it. What's up?
It's so much.
Okay.
Being passive. Being passive when it comes to resolving conflicts or disagreements. One of my coworkers may be on here, but was talking about this guy she was talking to told her she was passive aggressive. What is your definition of that?
So me,
Passive aggressive. I mean, I can know how to answer it. Like, I know what aggressive means, but like passive aggressive is that a such thing?
it is definitely a such thing. Like, I've, in my way of, in the past, the way I was told that I was being passive aggressive is just like saying one thing and just really meaning another. Like giving little innuendos or, you know, little subtle, like little jabs or whatever. Like,
Yeah, you do that. You still do that.
no, I don't.
You still do
Nah,
that.
so that was, you know what I mean, instead of just tagging their head on.
Y'all, he is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We having a conversation.
So yeah, but instead of just tagging their head on, trying to resolve the conflict,
Yeah.
just doing all little just things, drop, you know, everything that I could possibly do to dodge the situation, but still make the person either aware or feel a type of way.
Could you deal with someone like that you love?
Could I?
Yeah.
I would have to, I mean, at this stage, I don't know if I could deal with it. I would just like to attack it head on. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out or resolve and try to get past it. Because what I found typically was I just wanted to fix the problem. I didn't care about the emotion attached to the problem. So it could be just being passive aggressive, be like, all right, what's the problem? Let's get past this, and like not really caring about what the problem is. I just don't want the problem to exist. So, but yeah, it's definitely not a good environment to be in. It's, you know what I mean, just, but that goes back to, like we said earlier, just healthy conversations, being able to have healthy conversations goes a long way. Effective communication goes a long way. So, you know, things of that nature.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you found your equal yet? The audience would like to know.
Have I found my equal? I'm not looking for an equal. I'm looking for somebody that we can balance each other out. So I don't need an equal. I just need.
You know, people use that term like, "Oh, I haven't found my equal yet."
And I respect them using that term, but me, I'm not looking for an equal.
Okay, Art has spoken. He's
So-
put it out there. He's not looking for an
I
equal.
just want somebody we can balance each other out. You know what I'm saying? My blind spots, my limitations, they can help me elevate. Their blind spots, their limitations, I can help them elevate. But I think, you know what I mean?
So,
I'm not searching for an
one
equal.
of the viewers wanted to know if would you consider yourself an alpha male?
I would consider myself a alpha male, but I don't like some people view alpha males as like somebody that's just like super aggressive. You know,
No, because you use them tactics.
some people say controlling, things of that nature. I consider myself an alpha male. I just, you know, as they say, I try to stand on business. Try to do what I say when I say it, how I say it. I try to stand on business. That's how I'm an alpha male.
Art said he stand on business. I like that.
So, you know what I mean? Try to be a man of my word. Try to be loyal. Try to have integrity, honesty, things of that nature. So that's how I consider myself an alpha male.
I like that, Art.
You like that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice way to break it down. Because people do think that most alpha males are aggressive.
me wrong. I had some of them.
I want me an alpha male, but
Not
he
so
gotta
good.
have a little sensitive side though. Some of them don't.
Well,
He gotta be a little sensitive.
you got to speak on that from the female perspective.
Meaning, I'm a flower, so he has to treat me like a flower.
I respect that.
Yes, definitely. Flowers. Shout out to the flowers.
So, it
Yeah.
was one thing in our notes that I was just kind of inquiring about. Maybe speak on it. Maybe anything else about it. So it says, the kids are happy, but I'm miserable.
I can't speak on it.
You can't speak on that?
The kids are happy. I can't speak on that because my children was not happy when they see me and their dad not happy. They were not happy at all. So I don't know like how if I hadn't been in that kind of relationship.
Okay. So at no point were you miserable and they did not know it?
No, they knew. They knew when I was sad. They knew it. Like they knew it. They wasn't happy when I was sad. But I had sons too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe different in the household with girls. You know what I'm saying? Girls. I know my nieces. I know my nieces, and I can say this because if they see their parents not happy, oh, they're gonna fix it. They're gonna make them happy. They gonna light some candles up and do some prayer because they gonna say this is a household of love and peace. I know them. They not gonna. They fight hard for their parents. You know what I'm saying? That's good to have children like that. That's a good thing because, especially when they see love in their parents. You know, I truly, honestly believe that my brother and my sister-in-law were divine purpose. Like, I feel like they were supposed to be together. I do feel like that, you know, and I don't say that often about relationships or couples, but I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that. I just do. I do. Like, example. Oh, my brother got some ribs on the grill, and he like, oh, I forgot the barbecue sauce, and she's like, babe, I got it right here. Like, I already bought some last week. It's in the cabinet. Like, they be on one of, you know what I'm saying? Like, they show so many signs of being on one accord with things. Like, one can lack this, but the other one, you know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying?
So how do we get healthy relationships like that more in the forefront instead of all of these other examples that we see?
Yeah, so I feel like getting to know a person, communication is the number one thing as far as if you're in a relationship, you need to be able to communicate. Having a healthy relationship, healthy marriage, before you actually go there with that person, you need to sit down and spend time with that person. You have to get to know a person before you jump into, as I say, the honeymoon stage.
So what I was hoping you were gonna say was shout out to brother and sister-in-law.
They know it's shout out to
Let's
them.
get them on the show. At least one of them, you know what I mean? And let them,
Okay, Jason and Angie.
you know what I'm saying? we
Or has spoken, he wants y'all on the show.
yeah, we can sit and talk about healthy relationships, healthy marriages, things of that nature.
Don't let me call them right now.
Well,
put 'em on the
I don't
line.
know.
We
Don't put
taking
them on the
calls?
spot now right
We
now.
taking
Don't
calls?
put them on the spot right now.
1-800. Let's chat with RJ.
We gotta get more of that in the forefront, you know?
Yeah, I
Because
totally agree. I totally
it's
agree.
it's not enough of those examples that's being put out there for
Yeah.
for people to see. And when you have something like that, it needs to become an infestation to other people so they know exactly what how to go through the ups and the downs and to have a healthy relationship and a healthy marriage, a healthy conversation,
Yeah.
things of that nature.
I totally agree.
So
Yes.
that's all I got. We need brother and sister. Now, what they name? I need first and last name. Look at the camera, y'all person. Say we need y'all.
Jason and Angie Nettles, we need y'all right here, live, going down. Let's chat with R&J or challenging y'all to come on the live and sit down and help us.
If they
Like,
can't,
give some advice
they can't
on
back out now.
how y'all handle everyday life as a happy
He
couple.
can bring some of the barbecue ribs, you know.
You make me some vegan
Oh, that's right. Hey, come on, bro.
Yeah, so hey, shout out to them. Shout out to them. Are you ready to take questions?
I mean, we got some questions.
Look, can you pull up your line on yours? Because this is frozen.
I can.
You can get on mine.
Or we can just answer some questions in the chat. Somebody
Yeah.
called me not too long ago. We just on camera. They
Okay.
called me the
Hey,
wrong guy.
we just been
That
out.
probably- I don't know my password.
Oh.
All that stuff. I'm just saying.
So,
I ain't all representing.
okay, so we are taking some questions from the viewers. I see we have a lot of shout outs on here. Y'all, please don't charge it to us. We definitely gonna shout everybody out. We appreciate everybody for logging on here, and I greatly appreciate that so much for the support and the love and always showing us love, doing nice things, just being sweet. We appreciate all of it, don't we, Laura?
We definitely appreciate it.
Yes, it is. Y'all have shown so much love to us, and you know, this is a big thing for us. We wanted to start this because we are suckers for love.
That is fact. That is fact.
Yeah, so we're gonna take some questions. Does anybody have any questions on here? Or you probably can see better than me. I'm gonna try to pull up this thing and see if I can
I do not see anything.
see if comments. Let's see, how do I get on these comments? It's just freezing up on me. Shout out to everybody that has shared, that has liked. Shout out to Joy, D, Jasmine, Kendra, Amino, Danielle. What's up, D Mommy? I see you at work on Monday. Marcia, thank you so much, Marcia. Always supporting. Marcia is that council.
Thank you, Marcia. You,
Yes,
everybody.
Marcia, and yeah, we thank you guys. Mashonda, yes, girl, thank you for sharing. Thank you guys for sharing. All the shares, followers, we appreciate it so much. I don't see any comments. I know some people was excited about you teaching that pole dancing class, and
No, that's Miss J. I'll be there. I'll be there to support.
thank you, Jasmine.
I'll be the DJ.
You'll be.
I'll be the DJ.
Oh, R is cutting up for y'all tonight. He definitely cutting up tonight. You don't ever act like this. This is so funny to me.
Yeah, I got you. I'll be the DJ, man.
Okay, so I don't see any questions on here. I will be putting our website and email on here. Let's see. Or can you see that? Cause
That just
that
say
light is so
that
bright.
say good evening. It
Oh,
just says
good
one
evening.
thing, but
Do we
yeah.
have something before that? Cause this just ain't really be great right now. It's just not.
Well, we'll definitely answer whatever's in the chat.
Y'all, I apologize. We will definitely get on here. Me and Aura will get on here and sit down and chit chat. I am giving away a gift card tonight, so be looking for your inboxes. I'll reveal who the winner is. Actually, we can go live and do that, or I can just inbox you. However we want to do that. But
Me, man.
we do have a gift card that we're giving away tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in with us. We appreciate it so much. always has wonderful, encouraging words to say after the chat. So, we appreciate the encouragement.
Love y'all.
Anyway, so we're gonna really are.
Good night.
Alright guys, so we're gonna log off of here. Thank you for tuning in and watching. When is the next live?
Very soon.
Coming soon.
Might be next weekend. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
We got a nice little joint we can have that Friday night. Knock it out. Give the people what they want.
Okay.
We'll see. No promise. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Definitely.
Congratulations, Miss Joan, on her graduation. Woo!
Thank you, I appreciate that. That was hard work. Yeah, God did that. Definitely. So, stay tuned, guys. We may have something for you guys next week. I will be in the.
Where you gonna be?
I'm gonna be in the ATL next week, guys. I'm really excited about it.
That was up.
Tickle pink.
That was up.
Like, so tickled. I'm gonna have to keep y'all updated. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. Is that Jasmine? Yes, that's my Jazzy Poo. Thank you so much. So excited.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, so we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace.
Peace.